For my next trick, I will try to resurrect a dead movie franchise. The Horsemen are back after a 10-year hiatus, and this time they are bringing with them a ragtag group of up-and-coming fresh faces to focus their eye on Veronica Vanderburg and her heart diamond, hopefully teaching her a lesson for her naughty, naughty behavior. This kind of makes me feel like if the entire cast of Ocean's 11 retired from acting to pursue their love of entertaining at birthday parties and bar mitzvahs. So in this third installment of the Now You See Me trilogy franchise, now I guess we have the eye reaching out to Jesse Eisenberg, who plays Atlas. They want him to recruit 3 aspiring magicians who have the same love and passion for bringing evildoers to justice using their magical flair and know-how, just like the Horsemen do. We're joined by the rest of the Horsemen later, but this time they have their eye, pun intended, on Veronica Vanderburg, the heiress of a large diamond corporation who uses her company to launder money for big bad guys that just do bad stuff. I don't know, guys. I enjoyed it. It was okay. I mean, there was some positive things about the movie. You didn't have to pay very much attention to it. There was some scenes that kind of jumped out and was enjoyable. The humor, okay. You know, there was one scene that was just a continuous run scene where all of them were together performing magic tricks and they were all feeding off of each other, just jumping from one trick to the other based on the person's trick before them. I really liked watching that. It was great. But the rest of it left me kind of cold. I mean, the acting, so. You know, the stars were okay in it. Nobody flubbed their lines. It wasn't bad. There wasn't anything stand out. It was an okay movie. But to me, it was more like a payday movie. Like everybody did it just to get their paycheck. They really didn't have their heart and soul into it. It's like they used more money for the special effects than they actually did for the rest of anything else. And that's a bad thing when you're using more money for special effects to try and make something big budget and nobody really has their heart in it. And you're trying to revive a franchise that everybody, I mean, kind of enjoyed, but it's not like I see any diehard Now You See Me fans. Now, I'm sure there are some magicians out there that say, how dare you? How dare you? I'm going to come and make you disappear. But that's probably few and far between. Most of them are teenagers or preteens, so I'm really not worried about it. Now I know what you're going to say. The first and the second were pretty good, and this third one's all right. It's good entertainment. You don't have to worry about paying a whole lot of attention to it. And I know, yeah, I got it. And I'm glad that the gang got back together. I love to see Isla Fisher, David Franco. I love Woody Harrelson, most of what he does. Jesse Eisenberg, I could take him or leave him. I really don't care one way or the other, but they have good chemistry together. Zombieland was great. Harrelson and Eisenberg did very, very good. I enjoyed that. I'm glad that they brought in Rosamund Pike, and I'm glad they brought in Ariana Greenblatt and Dominic Sessa and Justin Smith, and I'm glad they are adding new stuff to it. But come on, did anybody really want another Now You See Me movie? I am not going to spend that long on the production crew and the crew overall because there were a lot of them. Production was huge. Screenplay, there's like 10 people there. And I think the screenplay was just so generic. It's really what brought the movie down. Ruben Fleischer did really good. I mean, he did the Zombieland movies, which I love. He did the Venom movies, which, okay, he did all right as a director, but they all look the same. It's big budget. It's good. It's okay. It's fun to watch. You have George Richmond. You know, he did Free Guy. He did Children of Men, Snow White and the Huntsman. He did Rocket Man. He's a little bit of a diversity. Some of the movies were darker. Some of the movies were brighter. He knows what he's doing. He brings his A game. He does great. Brian Tyler, composer of the thing. He composed for Age of Ultron, The Avengers. He did it for Iron Man 3. and they're all big budget. If he wasn't good, he wouldn't get hired on. It's not really so much that the movie's bad. It's not that they didn't do their job. It's just been done so much. The heist movie tagline, the heist movie storyline, you can only do so much. I mean, you steal something from somebody. It doesn't matter why. How you do it can differ, and you can look and say, that's pretty smart. But you still just steal something from somebody, you know? So there's only so much you can do with it. Now, the thing that gets me is they're doing Witchboard remakes. Come on. They did a remake for Running Man, which I like. I think is better than the original. But you have $100 million for Predator Badlands. So Dan Trachtenberg can prove his worth, more or less. And he did Prey and he did Killer of Killers, which were big. You had $120 million for this movie. Everybody wanted to see another Predator movie. They have diehard fans who really, really was begging for a Now You See Me third installment. You know, there was so much more they could do with their time and their money. And even though the special effects were really good in this, you know, they were seamless, they looked good. It was a pleasure for the eyes to watch. I just feel like they could have done something so much better. So now is 2025's Now You See Me, Now You Don't worth the price of admission? Wait for it to stream or not worth the data? I would say wait for it to stream. There is nothing that's just calling out for you to see it at the theater. You're going to have just as much fun watching the special effects on the big screen as you would on the small screen at home where you can relax. I would say if you're going to see it in the theater, it would benefit you if it was maybe a first date or something to where you don't want anything heavy. You don't want big explosions. You don't want blood everywhere. You don't want a thriller darkness movie that's just really not good in the first place. That's why I'm not doing Keeper. But this movie is, I don't want to say a waste of money. It's just okay to watch as a night where you just kind of want to hang out, kick off your shoes, and not really pay attention to anything. You can look down at your phone, you can get interrupted, you can get distracted, and you're not going to miss anything in this movie. And that's my review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It's kind of hard to say anything about a mediocre movie, but honestly, I think the biggest draw of this movie is how do you categorize it? I mean, how do you make it an action movie? If there really wasn't any action, how do you make it a fantasy movie if it's not really fantasy? How do you make it a comedy when there wasn't really any comedy to begin with? Either which way, if you guys have an idea for a movie you'd like to see me review, you can leave it down in the comments below. I will take a look at it. I respond to all of my comments. If you don't want to do that, which hopefully you will, and you'll give me a like, a share, and a subscribe, I greatly appreciate it. It helps the channel. But you can go over to my Discord as well. You can drop me a little message about what you want me to review, and I'll put it in the queue for you. And until we see you next time, I hope you have a great day. I don't think they really got the name of this movie quite right. It should have been Now You See Me, so we can try to revive a franchise that everyone forgot existed.